We're lucky we have family. Lucky we have family.
I mean, what are you gonna? I mean, you know.
Girly. Long time no see, child.
I switched to my computer. I couldn't understand what anybody was saying. I was on my phone.
Well, you were fine.
So,
Oh, you bounced right back. You saw your sister. She had jumped over there. She was like, "That's it. I'm done." And now she saw you, so she's back. That's so sweet. We miss you so bad, honey.
Smiling.
We miss you so bad. I miss fighting with you and with the Kennedy's box and everything.
yeah.
It's almost over.
She said, "Yeah."
No.
Got a few more minutes.
How's Andrew doing?
He's good. He's working. He's gonna pop in when he can to say hello for a few minutes.
Well, tell me about
This better not be
his
2
mama.
hours long.
Can't be.
They're in Florida.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Did she take pictures of where they are? I bet it's gorgeous.
I don't know.
Well,
I just got off the phone with Andrew, and I guess like his mom was telling him like Doug was figuring out how to walk on the beach in sandals. He like,
Because it's so unleveled, I guess.
it's not his boots. He only wears his boots. I don't think he actually has feet. I think he just has the boots. So he was like,
He has like Barbie doll feet that don't have toes.
the Barbie dolls that don't have toes.
he doesn't have feet. He just has like boots for feet.
He has Ken doll feet.
Dang, honey.
But I guess, yeah, he's like, they were walking on the beach and he like couldn't figure out how to walk in sandals. I don't know. But yeah, they're there. And Alex and Matthew are house sitting, taking care of their dogs. So.
Well, that's good. And that's good that they got away. That's good.
Yeah.
I was just telling Stephanie and them, it's just gonna be, we're gonna look like crazy people. People are gonna be doing whatever they want, and we're gonna be in our masks, and I don't care.
I had to get the dogs food, and I had to do a bunch of stuff before I hopped on. So what happened?
Oh.
I don't know. I missed first half
your daddy
hour.
was on the phone with my daddy because daddy blanked out how to use a Zoom thing. So
We just saw
How to click That's tough.
And Stephanie was just saying that they're very organized with her teaching online, and Pamela's
It
not.
sounds like Ohio is the only one right now having the violent people with not approving of other people wearing masks.
No, Oklahoma, Texas.
No, I just
Michigan,
said no. I'm talking
New
about.
Jersey.
I know. I'm saying that it sounds like where they live is fine and where Grandpa lives is fine.
Because it's Florida. Everyone's already crazy. This is status quo for them.
Yeah. Well, also they live in a very nice part of Florida. They live in
Yeah.
very nice part of Florida.
People here just don't want to wear them.
And we're in rural Appalachia. I mean,
Well,
we're
they
in.
think it's not here, even though we have cases.
Are they gonna shelter in place too?
Who?
I guess the Schwams.
Yeah.
Well,
they
Mom
haven't-
has been sheltering in place for a long time. But
Tony and Stephanie haven't left.
Tony and Stephanie, no,
Mm.
nope. They go to the store once a week. They've been doing that. They did that. They work from home. They both work from home.
Stephanie was talking about how long her hair was. I was like,
her hair is like this long. And she said, my hair is so long, it's like this. It's like
My
that.
hair is
She
longer.
said,
like my hair is.
your daddy's hair is longer than hers. But anyway, now they were in a good mood, and the dog is not allowed on the couch. But guess what? He jumps on their lap
when there's a camera.
When they are zooming.
So he likes people.
Likes
It's
to see
sweet.
himself.
He likes to see himself. Isn't that cute? He's so cute. But anyway, we thought there was going to be a really bad storm coming, so we gave Cuddles a Benadryl.
It's spotty. It's came and went twice here.
That's probably what happened here.
We had the first one, but it really didn't storm much.
No, just rain.
Yeah. No, it came and went twice.
So get ready.
It's clear right now. I was brushing Stella and there was literally hail bouncing off of my arm. And now it's like nice outside. So I don't know.
Well, get ready for his family to start popping in. Julie, Amy, Terry, Karen.
We got our change the dates made.
Yeah.
We're gonna be sending those out soon.
Okay, that's exciting.
Yeah. Dogs leave tomorrow morning.
What time?
9:15 is their appointment. It's a no contact appointment. All they're not allowed, they're only having their food, their tree.
Hi there, guys.
Hello.
How are you?
Hey,
Good.
turn on your video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't bring it up on my iPad. The password won't work.
You shouldn't need a password.
Well, it's asking me for the meeting password.
Well, I can give you a password.
Mine didn't ask me.
No, but you got to turn on your camera.
Well, I don't know how it got turned off.
Are you
There we go.
Are you on the phone?
Yeah, I'm on my phone. Let's see.
What are you looking for?
Probably just
There
to
we
see.
go. Maybe just click on it.
Well, no, he can't just turn on their camera. I don't
Yeah, I'm
think.
gonna send you a message.
Oh, there's Ed.
Wait a minute. Join the meeting. Here, I got. There we go.
There we
Hey,
are.
look at who's here.
Surprise!
Hello. There you go.
Hello there.
Joel set this up for her.
Hi.
Hi, Ed. How are you?
Fat and sassy as always.
Well, hey, there's some friend.
There's Amy.
Hey.
Hello. Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Cheers. Mother's Day.
Hey, Uncle Ed, I didn't expect to see you.
Joel set
Oh,
that
I'll show up any place. I'm looking for free food.
Well, you know, it is quite boring sheltering in place, so.
I didn't think about this much. I only set this up for a half hour, so.
I'm kind of used to that. My Kiwanis meetings, we're meeting this way. It's a half hour, so that works out pretty good.
Yeah, we just wanted to say hi. We've all kind of seen each other yesterday for Alex's graduation.
Work. I forget about it and use this one.
Yeah, we've Zoomed with Ralph's sister, and it went on and on. One night it would let it go on for like an hour.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I don't know what their criteria is. I'm not involved in setting it up. I just participate.
There you go.
We just saw my mom and dad, my brother, and his stepdaughter Sydney, and they were doing really well.
Well, good.
That was nice. Yeah, it was very nice. But it went on a lot longer because it took Daddy forever to sign on. Joel was on the phone with him forever, and
Kind of like yesterday.
it was awful. And we had to hang up. We just hung up with him.
Uncle Ed's on here.
Yeah,
You met Uncle Ed.
yeah.
There.
No, you're fine.
I'm on my
How
laptop.
much snow have you got this week, Ed?
What's that?
How much snow did you get this week?
We got about 4 inches yesterday.
Oh my God.
But we've been having it for the last 2 weeks.
Dustin, hey.
It goes away. It's bare ground now, but my blacktop driveway, it stayed black the whole time.
Wow. Gosh, almost everybody's here.
Waiting on Julie, I think.
Oh,
Julie's
there's Dusty. Wow.
What?
She came down today and dropped off her present here for Karen and her and the boys and her girlfriend went shooting behind the house a little bit and they tried to get something to eat. Anyhow, they're waiting on their food. Won't be able to get on.
Hour and a half waiting, no place else was open. So they're stuck in line still waiting. So she said she was going to make it for the Zoom.
Oh, okay.
That's a,
Pamela took care of me. She got me dinner from Cracker Barrel. So my favorite.
I can't hear you.
I said Pamela got me dinner from Cracker Barrel. So I'm happy.
Okay, well, I offered to get them Mr. Lee's or something like that, but they had other things in mind. So wherever it was they were going was closed. And
Ralph is here.
and
Well, they originally wanted Wally's. They didn't know Wally wasn't in on Sunday.
oh yeah.
Hey, Lexi.
If she had told
I had leftovers.
We've been sucking up.
We're
glass.
30 minutes in from hanging insulation on my Mother's Day all
Oh,
day.
wow.
Oh, wow.
Drywall at 7:30 in the morning, so it had to be done.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't want to see pink for a long time.
I
got pink roses.
Now the new building's too big.
There it
isn't it?
is.
You're darn right it is.
Hi, Dusty.
How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Dusty,
Good
you
to
have
see
the same
everyone.
hat on as yesterday, buddy.
Right.
I get
Baseball
yelled
season.
I get yelled at for wearing the same sweatshirt all the time. So
You don't wear the
you
same
can't wear the
sweatshirt.
same hat.
He has 5 of the same sweatshirts. It's 5 different ones with all red with Ohio State, and it's like I'm so over this.
What year is that from? That sweatshirt.
Oh my god!
Sugar Bowl.
Sugar Bowl.
Sugar Bowl.
What year?
What's the date?
It's not even that old. It's new, I think.
I don't know, 5 years ago probably.
2015.
They don't even call it the Sugar Bowl
Yeah,
anymore, do they?
What's the year on it? What's the year?
2015.
2015. 2015.
Hey, I've got one I had on yesterday.
It's
On it,
older
swear
than,
to-
it's older
swear to
than
God,
Alexandra.
Mom and Dad got it for me when I was a teenager in high school.
Oh, well, Ralph's right there with you.
Hey, it's vintage.
I told her she's going to bury me in it.
No, I'm not. No. He's gonna look really nice. He's not gonna wear that.
Still works.
See, where's Jen? Dustin, see, you inherited the addiction to t-shirt jeans.
Oh yeah. I've been trading them out though. I've been as they get holes worn in them, they get pitched, or I turn them into rags.
Oh, Ralph
Yeah.
just keeps wearing them.
I keep wearing them.
That's
I
right.
have-
Holes that are vents.
Well, the holes are good in the summertime.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ventilation.
God.
Where's Joan?
She's in the living room. She got a sore throat. I just got her out of the hospital yesterday afternoon.
Oh,
Again?
No.
Again, I took her in last Thursday afternoon. Same old stuff for the 15th time in the last 3 years or whatever.
no.
Just keeps reoccurring from time to
Aw.
time.
Well, tell her hello if she can't hear us.
No, I got my earphones on so she can't hear.
Oh, okay.
That's not nice.
She got Chessie on her lap, so
Where's-
she's happy.
So
Oh,
what have you
goodness.
been doing up there since it's still snowing on Mother's Day? Not getting ready to plant the garden yet.
Oh yeah, I've got plants right over here, but I was just looking. I think we have a full moon about the 7th of June. So up here, you don't set any plants out if you've got a full moon in the first part of June, because you're going to freeze them right off.
Wow.
Is that
That's a
right?
fact.
There
That's
you
a
go,
fact.
Dustin. Tell Jen she's going to have to wait a week longer than Memorial Day.
Well, see, no,
Yeah.
you can plant stuff on Memorial. I plant Memorial Day stuff in the ground, but they're down the coast, so they're quite a bit warmer.
Yeah.
I don't know how deep the frost is still in the ground. Guys coming to rototill sometime next week for me. But yeah, typically we get probably close to 2 foot of frost in the ground. So it takes a while to thaw that out.
Yeah, that would.
Yeah.
That's
Jeez.
miserable.
That's awful.
We were out driving around. You put the address that at the house when you guys used to live at in Cambridge, and I didn't
Yeah.
have it with me. I couldn't remember for sure, so we didn't get to find it. But is that old house that you guys used to live in?
Which one are you talking about?
The one you mentioned in the Facebook post.
Oh yeah, 330 Clark Street. It's right on the corner of Beatty and Clark.
Baby.
Yeah. It's Idra Welch's massage therapy.
It used to be a grocery store
Oh,
in one
yeah.
half, and we lived in the other half.
How about that?
Is it still there?
It's
Oh,
still
the,
there.
building, the last time I was in Cambridge, it was still there.
Yeah, it's
I
still
didn't know
there.
that.
And the house I was born in out on A Street Road is still there, but
Yeah.
there's no kind of a sign that says anything about
There
that.
isn't. No, no.
I thought
Somebody
by now
else
there
on
would have
Clark
been.
Street.
The house in Clark Street, my friend Idra Welch has her massage therapy office there. She's a physical therapist too.
Yeah.
She's had a massage therapy office there for a long time. It's still there. It still looks the same.
Yeah, we moved there. We moved back from Columbus right after school was out in '44, and that's where we moved to. And then the year after you were born is when we moved down on Bennett Avenue.
I remember. I was 1 year old.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
1 year
I was just
old.
telling Joan today, I can remember, I think we took possession of the house the 1st of October, and every night we were down there painting and wallpaper and getting ready for your big birthday party.
For sure. Yeah. I had it in the new house, huh? My first
Yep.
birthday in the new
In
house.
the new house, yep.
I'll be darned.
So
I like seeing what it looked like then. I don't remember.
It was a brand new house. No one ever
Was it
lived
brand
there.
new?
Wow.
Yeah, Frank Andrews, who owned a lumber yard across the street, he built it. Theoretically, he built it for himself, but his wife wouldn't live in East Cambridge, so he sold it to us.
Well, I didn't know it was brand new when they moved in.
Yeah, yep,
I didn't do that either.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
1946.
Wow.
On Bennett, the one on Bennett was brand new.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one that Pam had, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
I knew that because Pam had told me that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I didn't realize though. I didn't realize that.
Hey, Ralph.
I didn't realize you guys lived in Columbus at all.
Yeah, I don't know what caused it, but right after Carol Sue died, why Dad got transferred to Columbus, and so I started first grade at Oakland. I think I went probably a month, and we moved to Columbus. I did first grade in Columbus, and after school was out, we moved back to Cambridge. I don't know what all transpired about that, why, but that's how that worked out.
So
I always remembered it was Olentangy School you went to.
Yep.
wow.
So
I don't know what street it was on, but I know I walked to school and back. It was a little bit of a hike.
So he was in the patrol then, right?
Yep, radio division, yes.
Huh. I don't remember ever hearing about that at all.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and when Carol Sue was born and she died there, we lived on 10th Street, about 2 doors up from the Blue and White Dairy,
Mm-hmm.
right across the street from Louis and Myrtle Stricker.
Yeah, I know where that is.
Yeah.
A little closer.
I'll
sit on this side of the chair.
in my spare time, I've done some of that genealogy stuff, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I started just branching out. I got the Losegos all the way back over in Europe about, I don't know, back into the late 1800s, 1850s. Dawson's I haven't got a good start on yet. It's a bit more difficult to track, but I didn't realize I did get back to the Dawsons that were related to over in Roseville.
Oh, really?
Roseville and Crooksville.
Oh.
So
Well, you know, for years, I used to make fun of the West by God Virginians, and then I found out that Grandma Dawson was born in West Virginia.
Yes, that's true. Because I did trace back to her in West Virginia.
Yeah.
I'll try to get a little more on that and then send it to you. Maybe you can help me out.
You know, Janet Beam Bilski, my Uncle Bob's daughter, she did a full genealogy on her sides, the Beams and all that. And she went all over the place. I have not seen all of the stuff. She did share a little bit of it with me a few years ago.
It might be the Beams over in Crooksville, Roseville. Because I tried, you know, wherever it took me, I went. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's pretty cool how they've got that set up. You can research stuff and find things. And, you know, how names have changed, and,
Yeah.
and you know, people went by one name, but that wasn't their legal name.
Well, I've run into a lot of Dawsons around, but no relation. The fact is, we have a doctor at the hospital here, Rob Dawson, and he was treating Mom the other night there. But he's from down country someplace. I don't know.
Down country.
Yeah, that's below the notch. We're up here in godforsaken country. We don't exist up here.
Yeah,
I'll have to nap.
we discussed that last time we talked on what you were thinking when you retired up there.
I thought the story I always told everybody when I retired, I moved north. And they said, why in the hell did you move north? You know, you're supposed to go south. And I said, well, I went down to the outdoor store and I bought a compass. And I said, I just went south. When I got up there, I turned it over and it said made in Poland. No, I like it up here. It's kind of quiet, you know. Well, Karen and Terry, they've been here, so they know what the territory is.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's nice. I like it.
A
Long ways to
perfect
go to
place to
McDonald's,
ride out
huh?
a pandemic.
What's that?
It is. We've so
I said
far.
the perfect place to ride out the pandemic.
Yeah, we've had 2 in this county. However, one of them is really from across the river in Cana, Vermont. She was just diagnosed at our local hospital. And the other one just barely got in our county. He's about 60 miles south of us. So those 2 don't count. So right now we're pandemic free.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Keep it that way.
that's what I say.
Yeah, it's kind of creeping in around us.
Yeah.
All
The black
around us.
fly kicking in?
No, it's too cold for them. Down the southern part of the state, it is, because Eddie and Sherry were saying they'd had their first round of black flies, but
Okay.
I won't see them probably till early June sometime. We get everything late up here.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
good.
they're starting around here.
Yeah, you'd be ripe for that. I always knew it was time to plant a garden when you had black flies, because you're not supposed to plant a garden with no misery.
They are nasty little buggers.
They are. They are. I have
I
a head
see.
net I wear. I'm a chicken.
They're real big.
I would too.
I see our motels for sale. What are we gonna do?
They'll still operate. That's really a tough one. You know, her husband passed away 2 years ago, April.
Oh, really?
And, yeah, and man, she's a go-getter. And her 2 daughters live out in Utah. They're in Park City, and man, she's got a tough row to hoe, keeping it going. And our Kiwanis Club meets there all the
I
time.
know.
But like, she's just opened the golf course, but there's so damn many restrictions. You know, she has the lounge and the liquor license. Can't sell any beer or anything.
Right, not
And
now.
that's a hard way to make it, you know. So
Really?
Yeah.
They're letting our restaurants do liquor carry out up here.
well, here you can do that, but not her lounge at the country club.
Oh, huh.
They got some funny
Rules.
In the same way with the golf course, I think opened this weekend, and no driving range or no putting green.
Yep. Here they you can't. They're only putting the pins in, so there's no hole to touch. So like you
really?
will putt to hit the pin, and you don't. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. They were supposed
Yeah.
to raise the cups here, so you'd hit the cup.
Oh, is
They
that
have
right?
Yeah.
never stopped golfing here.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, they just kept golfing. Except for
just-
the week we had the tornado and the trees fell.
I wouldn't want to
But
be
other
on the
than that-
tornado. Well, I just saw on the news this morning, there's a golf course that straddles there's 3 holes in Massachusetts, and the rest of them are in Rhode Island, and different rules. What a zoo. And the cops on both sides said they aren't going to mess with that crap.
We got in trouble down. They tried to arrest my doctor, who's also the health commissioner, tried to arrest 3 on our golf course for golfing when he wasn't supposed to, and the sheriff wouldn't arrest him here.
They got bigger fish to fry, you know?
Well, I explained that to him. Yeah, they got more problems than that. So
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they're not too compliant down here with the rules.
no, it's pretty bad.
We heard you got accosted. We didn't really hear the story though yesterday.
What's that?
getting accosted
About
because of your
wearing a mask.
mask.
What was the story?
Well, I've been approached a lot of times because I wear a mask in the stores and respects, and one guy said that was a sign of weakness, and I didn't agree with that.
You should tell him he can go on a 7-mile run with you.
That's right. It's true.
Well, he was, he was just giving me a bad time. No problem.
Good.
I'd never met him before, but actually he come down to the airport with another guy that flew in that I didn't know. And long story short, he didn't have a mask on, and he was just being ornery. I told him, I wasn't as weak as he might think of being.
That's not what you told me. You told him.
Yeah, that's good enough.
I guess you're not going to get the story.
You still working from home, Dusty?
Couple days a week. Yeah, I was at work all week last week, and probably be in 3 days this week. Just kind of, we're kind of waiting to see the shipyard's opening back 100% tomorrow, but we don't expect the all 5,000 people, whatever, come flooding back. They've been running about 50% manning, so the only thing that stops tomorrow is they're not allowed to take unpaid leave. So they come back normal pay, or they have to take their PTO or quit. So it'll be interesting to see.
Has there been any cases with all those people up there?
That's what I was going to ask you.
2 reported cases, and they were office personnel. They were HR assistant and a loft drafting kind of person, not anyone who actually goes in the yard, ironically.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people, though. A lot of people, what they say that haven't been coming are people that maybe have share household with maybe their parents or someone or anybody that's at risk or whatever. So I think a lot of people have been, during that first rush, just police themselves. And, they hired a whole crew that just makes laps around the shipyard, wiping down surfaces with bleach and cleaner. So
Yeah.
all the turnstiles and all the railings going up and down the brows to the ship. And I mean, they're doing the best they can, and wear masks. So
That's good.
yeah,
That's good.
it's not been that bad, really. And every room, if you have meetings, there's they've capped all the conference rooms to a certain number of people based on the square footage. So some rooms might have a 4-person meeting maximum, or 6, 10, whatever it is, right? So not bad.
Good. That's good.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Andrew.
Where
Well,
they
Lexi, what did your dogs do for you today for Mother's Day?
They got me, they woke me up with Bob Evans and Starbucks.
Nice.
Then we watched The Wire for about 8 hours, so it's been a great Mother's Day.
Watch the what?
The
What did you
Wire.
do?
You guys seen it? It is a dark show.
It's very dark.
Oh,
Never
Yeah.
seen it.
I don't like dark shows.
What's the show?
You'd love it.
The Wire. It was on HBO from
In
mid 2000s.
2000.
Okay. The Wire. They said that's a good one.
Yeah, it's good. It's just really graphic.
Yeah, we've been watching The Blacklist, and it gets a little twisted.
No, I can't do it.
The
Love
best.
the Blacklist.
I hate it.
She won't let me watch it,
I
man.
love it, but a couple of, the one where they had the open brains and they were experimenting was a little weird.
Yeah, no. It's
Oh,
just
so you
too
haven't got to the one with the minister and yeah.
Don't give it away. Paul.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Okay.
Minister?
Yeah.
We're almost at the end of season 2.
Oh yeah, you're not there yet.
Oh, buckle
That's
up.
another minister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We already did one, but
I think the worst one so far was the stew master.
In the bathtub.
That's nothing. Where do you get? I think it's season 4. There's one that is very disturbing that I even shudder to think about.
Sometimes I just have to fast forward past the rough part.
I don't think I'd want to live next door to one of those writers because they've just got low.
Yeah.
I don't know where they come up with this stuff.
I don't.
Wait do you get to the one with? You'll remember I said this. The one with the minister.
Okay.
The pregnant minister. Just remember those 2 words.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I can't watch that stuff. Joan put a PG-13 block on my TV.
That's right. That's right. I'm with you.
That's all I'm allowed to watch. I got to watch The Bridges of Madison County last night. She let me watch that.
2 nights.
Oh man.
Huh?
It was good.
I read that book about 20 years ago.
Yeah, I never saw it back then, but it was good. I was surprised.
Yeah, we've picked up Pamela's picked a couple old movies for us to watch.
I love all that old stuff. It's cute.
Yeah, the old things are better.
She can't handle anything
I
that's
don't like it.
violent, and
I don't like it.
only like violent movies, and I didn't know they were violent, but she can't
I
handle
can't.
They're
it.
all violent, most of them.
I don't
can't
go
stand
past
it.
PG-13.
I can't stand it.
Jerry
No, I
Seinfeld.
can handle
What?
the documentaries that have all that stuff in it. For some reason, I
Yeah,
don't
she
have a
can
problem
handle
with it.
things that actually
If it's a
happen.
documentary, I'm fine. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm pretty much that way too.
No.
Yeah.
saying, Alexandra?
I was saying you guys liked Jerry Seinfeld's new stand-up on Netflix.
Oh my gosh, it's
It's really good.
hilarious.
Daddy laughed for days.
I watched it at like 6:30 in the morning and was like busting out laughing.
I was telling Dustin he's got to watch it. It is so
Yeah.
funny.
It's so
It's good.
I hated it.
I might have to watch it again.
he never changed. It's just good as the old.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
he did speak
I
some
know.
good truths in that stand-up.
he did.
Have you ever watched the what's the series, Comedians in Cars Getting
That's my
Coffee or something
favorite.
like that?
That's
Yeah,
our
we've
favorite.
seen
That's
it all.
my
It's really good.
I love that.
Yeah. We've
I
been
love that.
we watched all of those.
Yeah.
I'm a big Genesis fan. They've been releasing all their concerts
Love
during
Genesis.
pandemic.
Love Genesis.
They're releasing one concert a week from the past.
Yeah.
Watching those are really good. If you like Genesis.
These guys great surround sound, so it's awesome.
Hmm.
No, we don't have sports to watch, so you got to come up with something.
That's
You got
right.
Korean
Oh.
baseball,
UFC was on last night. That was Alex's big hurrah.
and there's baseball from Korea.
That's right. Korean baseball's on. I haven't checked that out yet.
Yes. Andrew, for entertainment, made a squirrel picnic table for us to watch.
No.
A what?
He made. I have the.
Oh, you put it's a picnic table. For
Here,
the
we'll show you.
Okay.
Yeah. He did a good job with it.
He's really crafty. His dad is the same way. His dad's like a carpenter.
Can you guys see the picnic table?
So he's quite diversified. He's a logger.
Barely. Yeah.
Oh.
Go
I
outside.
gotta zoom in.
So is it a little one or like a real picnic table?
No, it's
It's a little baby, a little baby one.
Miniature.
It's
Oh, what's it on the porch?
Look how cute.
Aw.
Look how cute.
Isn't that so cute?
Can't see
No
it.
way I can do that up here. The squirrels they're crazy and they're everywhere.
So instead of sports, we watch the squirrels.
They would invade us.
You did a good job. Very good job. And did he
That
make
is a good job.
something else? Alexander, didn't he make something else?
Yes, but he made a box to go under. What is it? It's like to catch the.
It's like a bird feeder that's a box. It's like a platform feeder.
But it was underneath the other bird feeder.
That's so clever.
It acted to like catch all the bird seed,
Yeah.
right?
So-
But he's making
So thoughtful.
he's making it bigger so that more birds can.
Well, because the squirrels started going in there,
Yeah.
clogging the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
So then the
Yeah,
birds. There's a turf war going on in our
You
patio.
can't feed the squirrels and the birds.
Yeah,
It's-
squirrel can have the squirrels.
I got them out
Let's go,
here.
Ethan. Ours they get along fine.
My squirrels sit right out there with the birds and eat.
Yeah, they're
We got-
friends.
They're all friends.
That fattens up the squirrels for the coyotes.
Ew.
Yep,
We can't.
His coyotes are his.
Dale shot another one night before last. I had to drag it over the hill this morning.
Yeah, they're back again.
Well, we don't have bird feeders up this time of year because the bears take them down. Eddie lost one about a week ago.
Why do you
Gee,
live up there,
Andrew,
Jim?
maybe Andrew could make you something, a bear feeder.
Bear picnic.
Last thing we do,
That's what he wants.
we got big trouble with the bears.
House.
The bears have moved south to the city.
Is that right?
What is
Easy
it, black
pickings,
bear?
yeah.
Black bear?
Black bears. They've
Yeah.
got one sow down in Hanover where Dartmouth College is, and they moved her to northern New Hampshire 3 times, and she keeps showing up down there. And this year she come up with 3 more cubs.
Oh,
Oh,
They were going
my.
to put her down 3 years ago, and boy, the natives got restless real quick, and so they decided to trap it and took it up north of me, up where we went near the border there.
Yeah. Wow.
She found her
How
way
do
back
they
to
know
Dartmouth.
it's the same one?
yeah.
Did they mark them so they know it's the same one?
Yeah, they have tracking collars on them.
Uh-huh. Huh.
There's Zeke.
That's
That's a
interesting.
pretty fair hike.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
Hey,
It's
Zeke.
from here to Hanover is about 130 miles by road from here, and she was another 50 miles north.
Yeah, that's a
We
long.
travel about 20, 30 miles in eating pattern because we
Sure.
learned that when we lived in Pennsylvania and they like
I was just thinking that's where you would learn that. That was something.
yeah.
You took pictures and everything. I was scared for Dustin. That was scary. Those bears.
He survived.
He was
He's
little.
right.
He was little then.
Maybe.
Parenting was
think
different back then.
Yeah.
What was?
But-
I was basically Jack's age, running around in the.
I was
mountains.
gonna say, would you let Jack run around on the mountain alone?
Mm, God. The only thing stopping me from letting him do it here is just there's so many ticks.
Times are
Ticks.
different now. Times are different now. They just are. Just the way it is.
Are the ticks already out?
Yeah,
Ugh.
pretty bad.
I had a tick the other day. Zeke didn't, but I did.
Yeah, we have them down in Warner. Eddie had one last week, he was telling me.
Yeah.
We
they're
had
out
we had a
there.
lot of snow this winter, but it wasn't the cold snap you need where you, I don't know, Ed probably, it's like 30 days of below
Yeah.
30 degrees or something is best to knock down the population. We never got that. So it's supposed to be a bad spring and summer for ticks around here at the coast.
Yeah, it's heard that.
Yep. Have to take
What?
that flea and tick guard.
Is Eddie still running the CJ Enterprise?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's slow right this minute, but he's been busy as all get out until this happened. Yeah.
Mm.
So
He still do was it the Buffalo Farm?
no, the owner, he still takes care of the farm because the guy goes to Florida every winter, but he sold the buffalo 3 years ago, but he keeps the pastures up because the local guy runs his Angus steers in there in the summer.
Oh wow.
So,
That's good business.
so he's got enough stuff keeping him going. I mean, every time somebody needs something, like they come and get him.
We talked to Carol Soon, wasn't too long ago, and she sent Alexandra and Andrew their wedding present.
Yeah, and Joan sent hers. That was so sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
So
warm
sweet.
blanket.
She's doing well. We haven't talked to Sherry in forever.
Well, she's pretty busy. I think she worked today because Joan was texting her, and she's pretty busy. I think she works 12-hour days.
I'm
But
sure.
I don't know if it's like her schedule seems to change, but I think she works like maybe 8 or 10 days straight, and then might have 4 off.
I think
she's
that's what
on-
the police schedule is.
She's on call a lot,
Yeah.
certain times, but she's doing all right. And of course, Danny's shut down. No massage business right now.
No, that'd stop that.
And Sherry's hospital is expanding big time. She was telling me, I guess her pharmacy department is going to probably triple in size.
Wow.
And they're associated with the Dartmouth Hitchcock, which is, 40 miles up the road from there. So, but yeah, she's staying busy, and I don't know. I haven't talked to Chloe whether Chloe is still working at Concord Hospital. I know Matt is still working at the county home.
Well, that's good. That's good. I haven't heard about them now.
I don't think we've actually seen them in person since your birthday party.
I think Alexander was too.
No.
We saw, Sherry and Chloe, they didn't come up this year because we had a snowstorm. They typically come up the first weekend in December to decorate our Christmas tree for us. But this year we had a blizzard, so they didn't make the trip. So, and I think it was before Christmas when we were down there last. So we don't see it. It's a 3-hour drive down there,
Yeah.
Only about an hour and a quarter is freeway, and the rest of it's snaky.
That plastic compass.
There's nowhere between New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine. There's no easy way to get anywhere unless you're.
You can't get there from here.
Yeah, you can't get there from here.
We found that out.
That's a beautiful drive, though. That's up from your place to his. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I used to know Maine the back of my hand,
Yeah. Well, we went to farthest that way we've been is we kind of went south and over to Manchester.
Yeah.
Meet some friends. That was nice. But yeah, haven't been over too far into those neck of the woods. We gotta get over there soon.
We haven't been over your direction for, I'll bet you it's been at least 10 years.
How far away do you guys live from each other?
You gotta pick them up.
Over to Dusty's?
Yeah.
We're probably 2.5 hours, I guess.
Oh, wow.
That's not very far.
Mm-mm.
No.
I didn't do that.
I think it took us 3 hours when we did that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Aw.
About 3 hours. A lot of nice lakes along out that way. Route 20, I think, maybe is what we took.
26.
26?
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice road. It's up and down and curvy, but it's a good road.
Yeah.
It was pretty.
Across the mountains.
Across the mountains?
Yeah, we went, it was up around, I'm thinking 3,000 feet in the place or two, maybe.
Yeah.
There was snow up for a good ways.
We used to snowmobile over that way a lot from up here, over Razor Lake and Moosehead, those places.
Mm-hmm.
Then we snowmobile up to Millinocket, those areas.
They have the best maple syrup, Dusty. That's the place to go get it.
Yeah, we're out too. We're out.
So am I.
Oh,
The
yeah.
hardware store, he's open. I just haven't been down there to get some.
It's good.
That's where we got the last year.
Yeah.
That's right.
They
We did.
canceled Maine Maple Days up here, so I don't know. They're selling all around now. You can go out and get it, but usually in March they do a big when everything's out and they start cooking. You can go around to the different farms.
Sounds good. I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, April's Maple, Karen and Terry, where we went to lunch that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The local IGA store is selling maple products now.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Dad.
That's good. That was
It's
good
bedtime
stuff.
here.
It's Jack. Hey, honey.
I'm gonna have to go here in a second. All right. I'm gonna have to punch out. I got bedtime duties, so
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Hey, you tell Jen we said
Good to
happy
see you.
birthday.
I will.
That's right.
Happy Mother's Day.
birthday.
good.
Bye.
Maybe we'll get over your
Bye,
way
bye,
sometime, Dusty.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yeah, we'd be interested in taking a trip over. We'll have to plan something out this summer.
Okay. All right. Great.
All right.
Good
Love
luck.
you guys.
Bye.
Take care,
Love you.
guys.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah, I didn't figure it'd go this long. This has been fun.
Yeah.
And Mother's Day, I think you're getting extra time.
Yeah. Yeah,
We did with
we're
Mom
by
and
the
Daddy.
clock.
Yeah, we did with Mom.
They haven't cut us off.
Well, it's 40 minutes right this moment.
Wow.
Yeah,
Didn't shut off.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
yeah,
I'll
that's
be dipped.
no warnings or anything. So
No, they just goes blank.
Oh, goody.
Blank.
that's what I'm getting this.
PJ, are you done with school?
This week is finals week, and then I'll be
Tomorrow.
done. So.
Okay. You're
Yeah.
the last one to finish then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We have a break, so we get to be in school a long time.
They
Is
were
she a
off
slow
for
learner?
6 weeks.
Yeah, 6 weeks for winter.
Stop.
You know,
Anybody want a dog? Lexi?
Oh, that's good fun.
What's the dog doing? He wants up on your lap?
No, he's here. He's
I
just
hear
being,
him.
he's just
doing?
being annoying.
He coughs for attention.
Yeah.
Oh,
I heard.
cute.
Aw,
He wants up on your
Love,
lap.
Amy. Give him love. That's what he
He's
wants.
sitting here.
You have to touch
Hey,
him.
Jack.
There's Jackie.
He needs a bath and a haircut.
Oh, mine
Stop
too.
Mine's gonna go the 21st. Got him an appointment.
Yeah, he didn't get in till June the 7th, so I have to clip him one more time probably.
it's pretty bad that a dog can get a haircut appointment before I can.
Well,
I
I can't get one. Look at all that hair.
My hairdresser made a house call Wednesday. 3 of us. I got my hair, my highlights, my cut.
Wow. That's awesome.
There. I got as much hair as Jody does now. Look at that.
Yeah.
Ralph got a haircut.
That's
It was a good day.
Yes.
Well, if it keeps going, I can cover up all my bald spots.
You can just swirl it around like the president.
Better be
Mayor
careful.
got a haircut.
What?
I said the mayor got a haircut, I heard.
Yeah, he got a
Yeah.
haircut. I tried talking him into cutting my hair, but he wouldn't. He sent me a letter, told me not to spend any more money.
Yeah, he's sending
The
everybody.
mayor was a hairdresser for years. He knows how to cut hair.
Every Thursday, he has his standing clients.
Yeah, he still cuts hair.
Oh, he does?
Every
Oh, yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Never
women's
stop.
hair.
Every Thursday.
Yeah. Just be careful having those folks come to your house with that water. You hear about that manicurist in South Carolina this week?
What?
No.
No.
Went over to her client's house because they're not allowed to be open to do her nails. And the client had a pond with alligators in it. And an alligator was sunning itself on the edge. And so when she left the house to go back to her car, she was fascinated by alligator, went down and literally tried to pet it.
What?
Oh my Lord.
That's an idiot.
Yeah, I don't need to tell you the rest of the story for you to know how it ended. But
He's alive?
no,
Oh my God.
She's dead.
no, it's a true story. It's South Carolina.
Well, Amy's hairdresser was not stupid.
Nah, she's not into alligators.
It takes all types.
Yeah.
What a mess.
Wow.
Oh,
Maybe some
anyhow.
alligators.
Huh?
Might be some alligators in Amy's legs.
Is
Otherwise-
Gary the Is it Gary the alligator or Gary the crocodile that lives in Portage Lakes? Oh, he wouldn't know. He's not on social media. No, that a month ago she delivered my hair color. She mixed it up in the driveway, and I proceeded to do my own hair. And then then she's decided she was losing her mind. So only her best customers got the offer. So anyway, we did hair, and then we cracked a bottle of wine open and had a great time.
That was the bottom line right there.
She was drinking when Ralph walked in from work, and we're like, "It's your turn for your haircut."
Ralph get one? She didn't cut Ralph's?
Yeah, she cut Ralph,
Mine.
but
Wow.
she did my hair, and then she did Allie's, and then she did Ralph.
Well, that was worth her time. I don't blame
Yeah.
I
her.
was gonna have her work on the
Trust me.
dog, but she didn't have time.
She doesn't cut dogs.
Ralph, you'd be proud of me. I worked this weekend. I saved myself $2,500 in lawyer fees.
And lawyer fees? Well, he swears we just saved $2,000 in contractor fees. Took us a month to insulate the damn garage and the ceiling.
It only took me about 2.5 hours to save the $2,500 in lawyers. But still, it was 2.5 hours.
Oh, Dad, you laugh. You wait and see. You wait and see how big this thing is in person, and you. Oh my God.
Well,
I
Ralph
wouldn't put insulation
did a
up.
big man cave.
I suggested we just leave it the way it was, but anyway. First floor will have drywall. Well, it has to look nice. It's going to be a party palace too.
That's the whole reason for all this.
Do you know what they're talking about, Ed?
I'm getting a gist of what it is.
They're talking about a 2-story garage.
Yeah.
They have
Looks like a
I've
house.
already been that route.
Yeah. He's had big garages
Yeah,
too.
he had a 2-story garage.
He did.
It's still there. And the office part's just about the way I left it.
I bet it is. Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, it was nice, yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, what a mess.
Well, hopefully we get to come up and check it out this summer sometime.
All right.
Yeah, boats in the water.
If summer ever gets here.
I was gonna say,
That's
is
what
there
I'm saying.
ice on
What,
the pontoon?
I think
What?
summer's been canceled.
Nah.
I'm not worried about summer as much as I'm worried about fall. I heard today that if they don't let the kids go back to Ohio State, they're not going to let the Ohio State play football.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really?
Well, that would make sense.
That's what I heard. If the kids aren't back in school, they're not going to let sports play.
All right, I gotta take this one out. I'll see you guys.
Bye, baby. Love you.
Bye,
Bye.
Dad.
Bye, Nancy. Bye, Andrew.
Bye, baby. Bye, Andrew.
Yeah, that'll be disappointing if there's no football this fall.
Oh, they'll send the kids back. They ain't gonna sacrifice football. They'll sacrifice the kids first.
They want the money for that
They make so
tuition.
much money on housing and food and all that. They definitely will. They make a killing on that.
Put 100,000 people in small quarters. What could go wrong, right?
Yeah.
Can't imagine.
I heard the Cavaliers are going to start practicing this week, though.
They already did.
They already
yeah.
did. Four at a time or something, they said. I don't know how that works, but
Yeah. That sounds like grade school stuff. They only got 4 at a time.
4 at a time in the gym.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, we're still keeping people at home at work. There's only about, between the 2 buildings, there's about 5 of us there every day. That's about it.
Yeah, we're at home at least till the end of May, and I'm guessing they're gonna extend it because some people might go back. Depends what state you are and what the state guidelines are. And Ralph, they're open. He's been working the whole time, but they're opening up to clients, aren't you, this week?
Yeah, just for conference.
Yeah, he'll be bringing germs home.
Yeah, I've never quit working. I've been open. I'm running full blast.
Yeah, I've been busier the last month.
I know. I'm not.
This
I
week.
work hard as ever, just down in the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Same number of planes this year as say last year? More, less?
No, it's way down. I actually had 2 planes come in Friday. That's the first 2 in one day that we've had for a long time. They've poured down rain, but sold both of them some fuel. But it's been really slow. But the FAA requires it to be open, so we keep it open.
You got in trouble this week because he's cleansing too much.
I asphyxiated the secretary. I asphyxiated
Heard
the
he's
secretary.
poisoning people.
Poisoned it. She turned me into the board. Did I tell you that?
no,
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah, she turned me in the board, so Rob had to come down. He took all my cleaner, took it home so Marilyn could analyze it. And I said, well, it should be okay because Brenda bought it. She's not bought it. She did? She bought it? Yeah, she bought it. And I think I'm using it according to the directions. So Marilyn gave me a call yesterday. I had to work a couple hours yesterday, and she gave me a call. Well, Rob left me a note on how to properly cleanse the place. I couldn't read his writing, so I called him to harass him about that. And I said, let me talk to somebody who knows what they're talking about. And that Marilyn used to be
Health department nurse for years.
she was a health department nurse forever. So she explained to me how you need to get these handy wipes and stuff instead of buying the Clorox and the gallon jug and all that stuff, and just take your time, get the light switches and the faucets and this and that and everything handy wipes, and they don't smell all that bad. And I said, well, would you get me some of those? Well, yeah, I will. I'll get you some of those. I said, be great. Bring them down. You can't find a handy wipe in 50 miles from here.
No,
Absolutely not.
I haven't seen them in
The reason I'm using
months.
Clorox because I can't buy anything else. Can't even buy hand soap here in Cambridge.
Yeah.
So anyhow, then she said those bottles of stuff you've been using to wipe the counters and stuff down, that's just for the restrooms. That's for heavy cleaning,
Deep
toilets
cleaning.
and deep cleaning and all that stuff. I said, yep, that's what I used them for. She said, I said, I do clean the tables and stuff off with them once in a while when customers have been there and ate lunch on the tables and this and that. Well, you need to use a mixture of 10-to-1 Clorox and water. I said, well, that other bottle you got, that's what it is. So that's what I've been using, and that's what I use on the floor. Only it's 4 ounces per quart. Well, you just, you don't have to wash the floor every day. And I said, well, if you got people walking on it every day, you do. And she said, well, you're not going to be laying down on the floor. No, but my shoes is on the floor. And when I come home and take them off in the kitchen, then I reach down and touch them. And then I touch the sink and stuff, the refrigerator. Now I got COVID stuff on.
That's the craziest conversation I've ever heard in my life.
I didn't give her much sympathy. Anyhow, she said, try to do a little better, will you? I said, won't make any difference. She figured out if she's got a headache, she can take and get home early. So she got a headache regardless. The last day she had a headache, I never even cleaned the place. I mowed all day out in the tractor. And she left me a sticky note. I just had to go home. It was so bad, my head's aching. I've got a splitting headache.
You need a private eye, because I bet you'll find her out in her yard doing stuff around the house.
Well, I think she went to town shopping. Is where she went. She wanted to leave.
You need a private detective. I'll come follow her.
It's totally the strangest thing you ever seen in the world.
It's personal.
Ask me again why I live where I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might make sense.
Yep. So I got to and whoever's on the shift that day usually does the cleaning anyhow. It's not always me. So anyhow, I get blamed for it, but that's all right. In that position, that's what the management positions get. They have to take the blame.
That's right.
That's for sure.
That's funny.
But that's the story of my life. So anyhow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had fun with that.
And I finally got the records out of the city building, Jody, so you guys can rest the D's now on that now. And nobody would help me from the city.
Oh, they're not even at work, are they?
Yeah, there was 3 of them stood in the hallway up there and watched Brian and I, the 50 boxes, he and I took down the hallway ourselves, loaded in a trailer. And Brian says, we wouldn't care if you helped. They just looked at us.
That sounds like work.
Then the next day I got a letter addressed personally to me not to spend any money. I guess that gives me the right to go up and talk to him, doesn't it?
I would suggest it does.
Yeah.
I would go see him.
Directly to him.
No, he's moving his office May 29th. We've got 4 days.
That's fine. I got my stuff out, so he can move it.
They're crazy up there. It's nuts. They've got stuff going on. I'm not sure what's legal and what's not.
Pretty much what I seen in that lower level, none of it was legal.
I
A
don't.
mess.
I guess he did something. Nobody's talking, but he did something that the unions didn't like. So he's having to backtrack on that. But he got in trouble with the unions.
Huh.
So I don't know what.
When he laid people off.
He brought everybody back.
He brought everybody back on that Work Ohio plan, but he still ticked off one of the unions. I just don't know what it was about. But everybody's back to work now.
Yep.
Full time. Yet he had no money, but yet the construction. You know, the old office is what, 6 blocks away from the new office.
Yeah.
3 of the department heads went down to see their new offices for the very first time last week, and they didn't want any of the computers and desks and stuff where the plans showed them. So we're putting in one office alone. We're putting in 16 electrical outlets and Cat 6 drops on top of what's there because they're all in the wrong spot. They never thought about looking at the plans and deciding.
You said nobody went down to look at the
nobody
office.
nobody paid it. None of the department has paid any attention to what was being done, and they don't like it, so they're making them change everything, but they're having to pay for it out of their budgets because all their construction money is gone. They're $200,000 over budget right now.
That's a lot of money.
How much? 200,000.
200,000 over budget.
Where are they? Where's the new offices at?
On Main Street, the old Huntington Bank building.
Where the police department, where they moved in. It's gorgeous inside. It's beautiful.
Oh,
By a decorator, an interior decorator. It's amazing.
yeah.
We moved the police department about a
Cambridge
year ago.
Savings and Loan Building, Amy.
Huh?
She knows it as the Cambridge Savings and Loan Building, probably.
Oh, on 9th Street corner?
No, the one right across from Bank One.
Oh, okay.
US Bank.
Caddy corner from the courthouse there.
Yeah,
catty corner.
okay.
They bought
Oh,
the
okay.
back, they've got the building behind it, and then the old Hondros restaurant.
City Building.
Okay.
So 3 buildings are all tied together now, at least
Gotcha.
electronically.
Oh, well, that's good. They found a use for that.
It's very nice. Yeah, very nice.
Kind of
Expensive.
sad when Ron retired. I moved all our stuff to Amy Latham.
No, yeah, where you took yours? They didn't ask me. They just moved on.
To the new guy?
Somebody
Oh,
named
yeah,
some-
Todd. That's Todd that did that. No, we move them by zip code.
Well, Amy, I got a call at work the other day from an agent in Canton.
Yes, I know. He called me.
Yeah,
He called me
I told
after he talked to you. Then
I
Todd
figured he
called me
would.
to apologize that one stupid policy got sent to Michael Dugan. I go, it's not a big deal. I told him to
he
move it
said he had
back.
2. But he kind of alarmed me when he said he couldn't find our auto insurance. He said, well, you have auto insurance too, don't you? And I said, yeah, it should be at Guthrie's. Everything's together. He said, well, I can't find it. He said, I'll have to look for it. He never did call me back. But
No, he
said
called me.
He was real nice. And he said he'd get it straightened out and get it all in one place.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so I mentioned your name. Oh, I know Amy. Yeah.
Oh,
I said,
yeah.
she's
Yeah, they
Yep.
lost one of ours in the transition too,
Yeah, it happens.
but it's all done now.
It happens. Yeah, Dad, you have to give me the backstory because story is Jill walked out about a month ago and ain't talked to Ron since. So you'll have to tell me what's going on there.
Oh, that was when the
That part's true.
quarantine started.
That's true.
When the quarantine started.
Oh, okay.
She said she couldn't work because Bill's sick. He's a germaphobe. And she couldn't take any germs home to him. So she said, I'm just done. I'm not
Oh,
coming."
okay.
Well, she knew he was retiring.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she took off then. Plus, they sold his dad's property, and there's a lot of money. They don't
Yeah.
have to tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, he finished it up himself the last month or so.
That's what I heard. That's
Yeah.
dangerous.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, it'd be interesting when you get into it.
Hey, Jody,
Yeah,
what do you hear from Barbara Perry?
She's driving her daughter nuts. She doesn't
Do anything.
she doesn't do anything she's supposed to do.
No.
Uh-oh.
We're taking bets on every day she gets the mail. Now, the mailbox is, at the end of the road there.
Yeah.
And it's probably only 75 feet, but she won't walk to the mailbox. So she gets in her van to drive to the mailbox, but then the mailbox on the wrong side. So she goes on up the hill, she turns around in our parking lot, goes back down, gets the mail, and then back home. She's almost driven into the building twice.
Oh my gosh.
And
That's
then,
not funny.
and then,
Really not.
well, Karen won't take the keys away from her. And then she sneaks out. She doesn't believe in the pandemic thing at all. So,
Wow.
so she finds a reason every day to sneak out, and then she lies where she's at. Karen says, "Mom, you're not at home. I can literally see your house from the parking lot." She goes, "Well, I just had to go get some makeup." Yeah, you had to go get makeup. But
It's hard. It's hard not to get out every day, but I don't. Yeah.
she won't. She won't take her medication. She won't. She's
not drinking her water. She's supposed to drink a lot of water. She
And
doesn't. I mean, just the little things. She just doesn't.
Wow.
She is very forgetful.
Really?
She'll call Karen, and 10 minutes later she'll call her back and ask her the same thing, and then.
And that's hard because Karen's a sales manager. It's hard. I mean, it's hard.
Yeah.
And, so she's basically taking care of her by herself because her other sister's up in Canton. So yeah, she's driving her nuts.
That's too bad.
She doesn't want to take her keys away from her.
No, Dad, your finger's on the camera.
But
Or your foot.
otherwise, I mean, she's doing it. She's doing okay. She has all that anybody her age would normally have.
Yeah.
And she still, wants to get out and around, obviously, a little bit, but yeah, it's driving Karen nuts.
Well, that's too bad.
But I'll tell her you said hi next time.
Yeah, please do.
You won't be a class reunion this year, I'm sure. Not the old fashioned.
I don't think we're supposed to have any more. The last one we had here when we were down the last time. Theoretically, that was the last one.
That was it.
We canceled ours. We were supposed to have one September, and I canceled it. Everybody was pleased that I did, so maybe in 21 we'll have it.
I don't know how many we still have left. I know I see some of my classmates on Facebook, and then Joan is usually in touch with Beverly McCreary and Mary Messersmith. Bev is still down in York, Pennsylvania, and Mary Lou is down in North Carolina in a retirement community. She's a retired Army nurse.
Right, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only been to one in my life. I think they've only held 5 or 6, and I really have no interest. So.
We had our first one at 10 years, and that was over at the Holiday Inn in Zanesville.
Yeah.
And everybody had so damn much fun. I got back to Mom's, Joan and I, at like 6 in the morning. We went to Dick Frisbee's house, and we went every place all night. So then we said every 5 years, and then we started having, we went to Brent's on Friday night, and we'd have a big party at Brent's up until just this last time. And then we'd have our formal deal at the country club. And then the very first one, the other thing that came up was that we decided at 3 o'clock in the morning, let's have a picnic out at Salt Fork on Sunday afternoon. And so we'd get together after that, usually for breakfast or brunch on Sunday before everybody headed home. So like I say, our ranks have really thinned. I don't know just what the count is now. But.
The only one
man, 3 years would be my 40th.
The only one I ever went to was at that same hotel in Zanesville.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true story. I was working Jack Nicklaus's tournament in Columbus, CBS. that weekend. I didn't want to go, but it was so close because we were living in Pickerington. I kind of ran out of excuses. So Stephanie and I decided to make a quick trip down, have dinner, basically leave, get back out of there because I had to go to work the next day. And when we went in, the woman at the front desk said it's down the hall to the right. So I went down the hall to the right, and I peeked in the doors. It's like, that's not it. She must have meant the left because that's the only other way you could go. Well, so I went to the left, and it was the restaurant. And the woman there says, no, the reunion's, down the hall through those doors. I says, no, that can't be it. Those are all old people.
And we had fun. We had a good time.
Half of them didn't have hair. It wasn't that long ago. What was it, 10, 15 years ago?
I think.
I did not recognize anybody when I peeked.
Really?
It was, I didn't.
It was fun.
My class was really tight. The whole damn crew. I think we had 153 in the class, and I mean, Joan knows my class better than she knows her own. Her own, they're in Longmeadow, Massachusetts. They had 2 reunions. We made 1, but our class of 55, we had a good group, and everybody was, like brother and sister. It seemed like.
Their class. She was class of 58, and they're that close. Yeah.
Well, you have to.
I didn't have anything in common with anybody in my class.
We had a big graduating class here in Colebrook. I think it was 22 in the class. But the big news, this town goes wild when anything happens. But our girls basketball team, for the first time in history, took the, I think they're in Division 4, which is the smallest schools. They took the state championship. The town went wild. We had parades and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I remember that. We did that at Buckeye Trail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parades.
It doesn't happen very much anymore the way they've got the classes lined.
Yeah.
Small towns, especially.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Well, what do you think? We'll have to do this again sometime.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is a good way to do it myself.
I've seen more of my family in the last 2 months than I have in like a year.
That's right. That's good.
We might as well just Zoom. Sure beats driving everywhere.
I still feel like I have to clean my house even though we're Zooming. I still feel like you're coming in. It's weird.
I took my work clothes off and put my sweatpants on for you. That's about as good as it got.
Well, we appreciate you.
I took my hat off and brushed my hair.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I did comb my hair too.
Yeah,
Nobody
I did.
even notice how long my hair is.
Yeah, it looks pretty flat. You need the hairdresser. Get in there.
Well, it's not flat in the morning when I fix it, but it doesn't last all day. It's not so bad.
It's long.
It's not so bad as I thought it would be going this long.
I haven't had hair for 2 months.
We'll braid it or something. We'll braid it with some ribbon.
I'm thinking ponytail. I kind of like it.
That's what Ralph said he was gonna do.
Hey, Ralph.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like men in ponytails.
Ralph, if you do a man bun, I'll do a man bun with you.
Okay.
I'll
I just got
disown you
mine cut
both.
now.
He just got a haircut.
Yeah,
There's nothing left.
Right.
I'd probably saved $80.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't have that much hair. That's what hairspray's for. I buy the good stuff, so it stays. It stays.
Like concrete.
Yeah.
Does Eddie or Sherry, Carol Sue, do they do Zooms or anything like that?
No. Eddie doesn't do any. He's not even on Facebook. Diane is, and Sherry isn't either.
Yeah.
Not for work.
Sherry's pretty much tied up with work stuff all the time, And Carol, she's on Facebook, but that's about the size of it.
Yeah.
Oh, Joan says she does it, what, from work? Oh, yeah, with work.
Professionals, they all do it.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe next time pass it on to them. Maybe they can jump in.
Okay, yeah.
The old man can show them how to do it.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, Carol, well, they're both, Sherry is extremely computer literate. I mean, she has helped set up Concord Hospital, where she's at now in New London, Claremont, the other hospital. She's very computer literate, believe me. So
Good.
that's no problem with her. And Carol is too. I mean, but anyway.
That one time I did that video message call to you on Facebook Messenger, we talked for 20 minutes and found out you'd never done it before.
No, I hadn't on that one.
You knew what you were doing, so it all worked out.
Yeah, I just, for years, I mean, a computer, that was a work tool, The only thing I did was drawings and spreadsheets, and I didn't play a game on a computer for probably 10 years.
Yeah.
I still don't.
Now I just goof off all the time. We got a friend of mine, jazz friend out in Portland, Oregon. You ought to try to check this band out. It's called Tuba Skinny, and they're buskers. They play in the streets of New Orleans. They started about 2009. They are so popular. They have been to festivals in Italy, France, the Netherlands, and they're in demand all the time. And you talk about a motley crew. It's just, you can't believe it, but they're damn good musicians, and they play the authentic New Orleans, the old time New Orleans stuff. And so I have a ton of those things. When I'm sitting here at the computer doing anything, if I'm doing any kind of emails or stuff like that, I have them tuned in and listen to them in the background.
There's a podcast I usually listen to once in a while. They do video of it. I'll watch it or something. But a guy that is part of it is he does a lot of high-end video stuff, but he's also a tuba player.
Yeah.
And he orchestrates twice a year. The last one was at Christmas. He gets together 100 tuba players and they do a free
Tuba Christmas.
Right, at Christmas and then one during the summer. But he was the last podcast I saw, he was showing off his mask. His wife made him a mask and kind of slid in it for the tuba mouthpiece.
Yeah, I saw one of those on Facebook the other day.
I've seen the ones with the little opening so you can eat or drink.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't seen that one.
That's a good idea.
For when the bar's open. That's what the person who posted it said. It was for when the bar's open.
You can suck your cider through a straw,
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
She's probably done it.
Alcohol kills germs. They'll be fine.
What? I just saw something on Facebook. What was it? Oh, it was an English joke. The woman found 20 pounds sterling on the parking lot ground. And so she picked it up and looked at it. Well, I'll just turn this into wine.
There you go.
That works.
Well, our liquor stores are open, believe me.
Okay.
Yeah,
I gotta
they
take.
tried to close ours down. That only worked for 2 days. They opened them right back up.
Oh.
What's that?
The liquor stores here, they tried to close them, and that lasted 2 days.
That would be
New Hampshire, that's one of our biggest
uprising.
revenues.
That'd be a mistake.
Well, you know,
That's
Pennsylvania did, and they had to actually start carding people on the Ohio border because Pennsylvania did that.
Yeah.
So everyone was driving to Ohio to buy their alcohol.
Well,
Now they're having trouble with Ohio people who are driving to West Virginia for haircuts.
Yeah, Massachusetts, they come north because we don't have sales tax. And for years, our booze has always been cheap. And if you ever go down our Interstate 93 south of Concord, big tourist centers on each side, state liquor stores. Plus
There's one on the way to Dustin's house.
And right at the traffic
It's like
circle.
a giant rest area that sells
Right to
liquor.
traffic circle. Yeah.
Wow.
But
I gotta
anyway,
take the dog for a walk, so I'm gonna sign off.
okay, see ya.
Bye, Ralph.
But, anyway, several years ago, our state motto is live free or die, and that came from colonial times. However, we had a governor, so this happened in the mid-60s, and Massachusetts got tired of their residents coming north to that rest area and buying their booze. So Massachusetts sent state police in plain clothes and jotting license plates down and then stopping at the border. And Governor Thompson, he said, enough of this crap. I'm going to arrest every goddamn trooper you send up here if you don't stop this crap. And we almost had a border war, but Massachusetts backed off. And so to this day, they still come up here and load up with their booze. We have a nice new one right south of town. Well, you guys have been by it, Terry.
I thought
Yeah.
we've seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it used to be, that was a Rite Aid store. And Rite Aid took over, it was now Walgreens right in the center of town. And that building was vacant for years. And the guy that owned our IGA store, he leased that building to keep any competition from coming in. And then the state decided they wanted to put a liquor store, and that put the boost to that.
Yeah.
That's one thing,
Anyway.
recession-proof and pandemic-proof alcohol.
Yeah, for sure.
If you keep saturated, you ought to be fine.
There you go.
I'll
I'll take
try
that.
And if not, you can just inject Lysol.
There you go.
There you go.
Clorox.
Yeah.
All righty.
Okay.
I'll let you guys get back to your evening. It's probably past your bedtime up north there.
Oh,
Let's get
no. I haven't had my evening ice cream cone yet. My little cone.
Oh, there you go.
I got a Kennedy's Mother's Day cookie I gotta eat.
Oh, God.
Oh, Kennedy's.
Yeah, I got Kennedy's.
Yeah, I had to stand out on the sidewalk in line to get that thing.
Pamela was on the side. She did the same thing. Yep.
I
Yeah.
stood in line at Lowe's today.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Daddy says it's packed.
We ran out. It wasn't bad today because it started raining and it was miserable. So, but we ran out of, I don't know, cracked filling foam, and
Oh, boy.
I draw the short stick. I had to go.
Well, I saw the darndest thing Friday. I was down at our local bank, and only the drive up is open. And here's a guy standing, a pedestrian. He's standing in line with the cars to get to the drive up window.
Oh, God.
Probably in a mask, right?
He's walking.
Yes, he did. But he didn't have a firearm, so I guess we were safe. Only in
Hilarious.
Colebrook.
Yeah,
Only in Colbert.
I forget it was one of the banks here locally. They had a safe inside. They took a picture of themselves with their mask on and the safe behind them. It's legal, right?
I'll tell you, I'm surprised the criminals haven't taken advantage of that.
They
Maybe they
Yeah,
have,
you're
I don't
right.
probably
Yeah, we just don't know about it.
Yeah.
All righty.
All right. Well,
Well,
good
it's
night
good
and
to
happy
see you.
Mother's Day.
Tell
All right. Thank
Tell
you.
yeah,
Thanks
tell
for all
Joan
the
hello.
Will do. Will do.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day.
All righty.
Happy Mother's Day to you too.
Yep.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Tell Joan hi. We'll see you soon.
Will do.
All righty.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.